back, everybody. You got Will and I, man, here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Roby, and MScribe, and today we're going to be talking about Nous Research.
Yeah, going a little deeper into that because on our last video where we talked about Venice, Venice, right?
Finance.
Yeah, Venice's token launch on Base. You know, we kind of made some mentions around, hey, you might want to pay attention to Nous Research, another potential AI monster on the horizon, right? But we got some smoking gun evidence, bang, bang, right? That you really should pay attention.
It's pretty good finger guns, dude.
You like my finger bang, dude? It's pretty good stuff, right?
Sure.
But so let's go a little bit deeper to understand what Nous Research is, because we've talked about them a lot. But this reminds me a lot of like ICPs. Like, you don't want to go too deep because it's like so technical.
Yeah.
It's a little daunting at first. It's like, man. But if you understand Noose better and like what Hermes is and all the different contributions they've had up until this point over the last couple of years, you'll start to understand what makes a good LLM, right? And therefore, you're getting a better contextual grounds in this entire AI like industry. Right?
Yeah, so we mentioned this in our last video, and there was a few people in the comment section wondering, it's like, what was that thing that you mentioned? Like, what's it called? And so we're gonna
those
go
are the
deeper.
comments we saw. So I was like, okay, let's go a little deeper.
Yeah. All right. So looking at the first tweet here, it says from Nous Research, recent AI breakthrough challenge that challenges the status quo narrative that only closed mega labs have the ability to push the frontier of super intelligence. Today we announce Noose Psyche, built on Solana, a cooperative training network for generative AI. Psyche coordinates heterogeneous hardware to join a run and train open source model.
Right.
And so there's a video here that kind of creates a story.
Yeah, it creates
a battle ensuing.
Something like that. Some sort of, I don't know if it's fictional, well, definitely fictional character of like some insurmountable tasks ahead, right? Literally like traversing through the depths of hell.
Yeah.
To retrieve some sort of, I don't know, spiritual box or something like that. So you can imagine, not an easy thing to do. I think what they're trying to do is galvanize a similar ethos around this. Is like, hey, we've got some big players out there, right? Meta. Well, not necessarily Meta because it's
OpenAI,
open source, but OpenAI.
You got Twitter or X and Elon and
all
Colossus.
These mega companies essentially aggregating the world's hardware because they have the resources to do so to essentially produce these LLMs that we're all kind of like, we have to use them, right? They're the AI service providers of today.
Yeah,
right?
One LLM tanked the entire planet.
Yeah, so now there's like a disruptive like energy in the room, right? So what happens if you leverage the components of Web3 and decentralization and distributed networks and aggregate contribution through like different incentive models and stuff like that, and essentially try and produce the same thing that these big juggernauts do. Yeah. Can we achieve similar, if not greater results? And then now we're a little bit more protected in a sense. It's like not so much in the control of a single actor, right?
Yeah, and I definitely recommend you guys to read this blog post because it goes into their innovation here, Noose Distro, which is distributed training over the internet. And so it seems to be like an algorithm that efficiently allows for a network to train an LLM via a distributed network.
Yeah, because I would imagine like it has to be pretty damn efficient, right? Because it's, you know, there's obviously huge advantages to centralization, right?
Yeah.
Especially with communication
like
between...
Communication speed, yeah.
Yeah, latency, essentially. Yeah. You know, that's why, you know, if you go back in the old days of Decentraland, a decentralized metaverse where like the everything was hosted on like different catalyst nodes and they had to communicate with each other. You had to sit there and like wait for your buildings to render. Yeah. Literally. It's like a green wall. It's like Yeah. I can't really do shit until like the communication settled. Yeah. Oh, my building now appears and I can walk into it and do stuff. Right. In a centralized metaverse, damn thing's there. Yeah. Right. You know, so that really paints the perfect picture of like the trade-offs, right?
Yeah, so Noose Distro, because it removes the need for high-speed interconnected hardware, Distro compresses bandwidth between 1,000 to 10,000x in every step of the training run, bringing the fastest conversion rate of any distributed training system. The seed algorithm of Distro, which is demo, was published by Bowen Peng, a chief scientist at Noose.
Yeah, so these are all doxed individuals here. If you want to do your due diligence on these people, you can do that. Take a look at them. And here it is, things broken up into phases. Right? So Hermes was that OG model that they released, I think, a year or two ago. Very popular, 50 million downloads. It's pretty good. I think, again, if you do like the due diligence on a lot of the agents that exist in crypto, they're running on Hermes. So that's why Noose has always been on our radar, right? We've been kind of anticipating at some point they'll make their presence much more implicit.
More obvious.
Yeah, I guess explicit.
Yeah, explicit. All right, so Sam Lehman, and so this is an investor. He says, huge step forward for the entire decentralized training space. Just spent the time reading through the preview docs. Nous Research plans to pre-train, fine-tune, and serve its next-generation language models on Psyche. This is huge. Noose is explicit. And then it talks about the different types of hardware you could use. 4090s, which is a prosumer.
Yeah, it's not that expensive, right?
It's about $2,000.
Kind of expensive. But unlike those other two, you're talking like 20 grand or something.
Yeah.
So potentially, like, we could participate here.
Yeah, so it says unclear if you can contribute with a single GPU or need to provide a cluster in this whitelist phase of Psyche.
God dang it. So that's something we need to figure out, because I would like to mine here, dude.
As would I.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out. If you guys have any details, let us know too. It would be cool to go back to the old days of running like a GPU miner, but not for Bitcoin this time.
It gets really hot in here. It's
already hot in here most of the time. All these cameras and lights and shit. It's pretty, there's a lot of energy, a lot of photons in here, dude.
Oh, I like that.
I know you do.
All right, so another one. So this is a co-founder of Nous Research. He says, cheap, excellent AI allows for a massive explosion of emergent applications that don't initially need to be tethered to highly financialized business plans to get off the ground. New forms of software call for a new form of intrinsic value and consensus. Psyche has been in the works since the discovery of Noose distro early last year. We're excited to publicly challenge fundamentals, share the foundational code soon, and fuel open source ASI experimentation at scale.
What is it, ASI?
I don't know.
Damn it.
ASI?
So we've heard AGI. So this is another variant of some kind of AI. Artificial
symbiosis intelligence.
Symbiotic intelligence. No, I don't know. Yeah, we missed that one. But nonetheless, this is that discovery that they're referencing, right? The distro. We've already kind of talked about it, but to me, the biggest thing is that enabling of lower latency training in large neural networks. So to me, this is just like, this is the ultimate test, right? Of the cross section of crypto and AI. It's like, does crypto do anything?
Yeah, does it produce value in some angle?
Yeah, other than let's just like wrap what the AI space, which is serviced by these mega corporations, these mega labs, wrap them in tokenized vehicles so that now we have like new angles of speculation and we can create, new marketable products essentially, like these AI agents. Can we actually do something though with these tokenized vehicles, these things that we spent 10 years essentially building around and building ecosystems and financial structures and all this stuff to support them? Can we leverage that to achieve something that the big labs cannot? Maybe, just maybe, like we'll have a deep seek moment coming from this from this type of ecosystem.
Man, that would be so huge.
That would be like the biggest thing of all time. It's like something that was natively put together in the crypto space industry topples a big lab.
ASI is artificial super intelligence.
Not general, super.
Wow, we're stepping it up this time.
Yeah, AGI is yesterday's news, dude. Now we're going super. That's pretty cool.
All right. Okay, so in our last video, we had shared Venice, and in their documentation, in their blog post, this says they're going to be airdropping some tokens to Nous Research once their Psyche token launches.
So this is something we didn't really talk about on yesterday's video about Venice. There's like a 50% airdrop that's huge. It's massive, right? So you can imagine that's going to put a lot of sell pressure on that token specifically, right? We've seen it with like Hyperfi and other token launches that have like massive airdrop allocation. It's charts tend to go down. So factor that into your like due diligence.
Yeah.
But yeah, we obviously missed this like obvious nod to Nous Research, which to us is like a smoking gun. Because if you look at Noose's announcements, they're not hinting at anything of a token, right?
Yeah, I don't know if Eric Voorhees is speculating like we are and putting in this line.
That's true. There's a heart there.
It's like, I know something that you don't.
Yeah, it's either I know something that you don't,
Or
like
let's hope.
I'm trying to push you guys to launch a token because
Maybe.
I like you so much, right? Heart.
Yeah, what if they don't launch a token, dude?
I don't see how you could foster this level of like on-chain coordination without like a token
Yeah,
incentive. To be honest,
I agree.
I think that's part of the premise of why Bittensor and Tau is like so valuable for one.
Yeah.
Like you aggregate an actual community and ecosystem
Yeah, I
around
mean,
this singular token.
That's what Bitcoin did.
Yeah, that's what exactly. Yeah, so I think to achieve such an insurmountable task, like flip Trad AI with
Yeah.
DAI,
Yeah.
you better have some sort of token alignment. Otherwise,
It's not gonna.
good
happen.
luck, my friends. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
So that's obviously not confirmed, but this is why we're making this video, right? So, under the assumption that a token has to be on the way.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the ecosystem, right?
Yeah, what are some the ecosystem. So typically token comes, if there is a prior ecosystem, prior participants, prior products, whatever, they tend to receive allocation.
An airdrop.
An airdrop, yeah.
All right, so one to look at is God and Satan. So this is an experiment hijacking mainstream memetics. Noose has transformed God and the Satan Twitter accounts to very popular accounts with millions of followers on X.com into a social AI agent.
It's interesting because they haven't really disclosed much as far as like details. Like what did they do as far as like the agentification of these accounts? But I've been following this. Is like as soon as the Satan account was like announced to be agentified by Noose and Schlomes, it's the outputs like it's actually making like funny shit. It's posting images of like memes.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is this like an AI outputting this content? Because you look at the people engaging with it, they're getting like thousands of likes, like regular people,
Right.
not knowing that they're like being entertained essentially by AI agents.
Yeah.
I think that's what the experiment that they're kind of putting out there, and not really discussing much about, right?
Yeah, so from Schlomes, as many of you have already ascertained, we are automating God. Working on unique interactive swarm experiment with the brilliant minds at Nous Research and the account owner. So I guess they are working with the account owner. They didn't acquire this.
I wonder how much that would. Yeah, I mean,
this has got to be the most valuable account, right?
Yeah, God, at least $1 million, right?
It's more than that, dude.
Yeah, so you don't want to give them. Maybe it's some sort of like, hey, let's work together. At some point we'll have a token. You could have some, maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, why not?
They had to swing something because they didn't just get God.
Yeah.
They got Satan too.
Yeah, so here is Satan.
Yeah, and Satan has more followers. And to be honest, Satan has way better content, to be honest. No offense,
Dude,
God.
no blasphemy, dude.
Always has, man.
It's always been more fun to live on the dark side, has it not?
No, that's wrong, dude.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Joel. Jeez.
Joel Osteen, dude.
That's you, dude.
All right, but wait a minute. We got a third entrance here.
Oh, that's right.
Excited to announce Jesus Christ is joining God and Satan in the agent portfolio.
Damn, dude.
It's sort of in the empty space. The nothing agent portfolio.
Yeah, so what is nothing? I mean, that's the hard thing here.
Yeah, so this doesn't have a name. It's basically the character is a space.
It literally, it's like parentheses and nothing between.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a meme. Well, I guess Schlomes, the creator of this token, this ticker, this nothing ticker, labels it an anti-meme for the very properties of it's you cannot propagate it in the same way a meme can be propagated because you can't even like discover it. You have to like it doesn't have the same like viral momentum as like a discoverable ticker, right? This is like something you have to like look for.
This is an underground meme, dude.
Yeah, this is some weird flip of like a meme. literally called an anti-meme. So I don't know. This is some weird like social engineering type shit.
So anti-memes, that's the first of its kind. So you go
Yeah.
all in, right?
Well, if you believe
For
in
entertainment purposes, yeah.
if you would like the idea of owning nothing, sure. Right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
Yeah, I guess it could.
Do you like owning nothing?
Why not? If you can own nothing, why not?
Isn't like all of crypto like nothing at the end of the day? That's what some
Yes.
people like, some more philosophical. Isn't money nothing?
Yes.
Isn't like all of reality potentially nothing?
Potentially. It's a simulation, yeah.
Exactly. So why not actually tangibly own nothing, right?
Yeah, why not?
Especially when
Yeah, what's the potential here, though?
yeah, well, I don't know what the potential for nothing is. Seems like limitless, right? Priceless, like empty space. But this Nous Research coin that we're speculating will exist at some point, Psyche,
Yeah.
the mechanism of, again, organizing and coordinating all this effort to compete against centralized AI. I mean, the only comparable I can think of is Bittensor, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we're looking at a market cap of 3.7 billion.
Yeah. So if I were you, I would want to.
So 3.7 billion X.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to be around when that token is essentially deployed, and yeah, I think
It means we need to collect some GPUs, dude. That's what it means.
or clusters of we need to cluster up some GPUs.
Yeah, let's just find how much is a cluster. If it's like 3 or 5 or 10, maybe not 10. That's like ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, if you believe in this, again, this mission, right? This cycle is all about identifying missions within the crypto space. They're rare. There's a lot of like memes and like funny shit happening in the space, but there's no real like authentic missions out there.
Yeah, like Nat.
Yeah, like DMT Nat has a mission.
Right.
Like we're actually trying to subsidize and further the security of Bitcoin, not just by, directing the allocation of newly generated tokens to the miners, but by producing a viable ecosystem on Bitcoin that contributes like fee activity to the Bitcoin network. Like it's quite a mission.
Yeah.
Right. Bitcoin is at the heart of all of this. So we need to make sure this damn thing like sustains forever. Right.
Yeah. So Bitcoin's another mission token.
Yeah. Or Nat.
And then Bittensor, potentially another mission token.
Yeah. Like the whole DAI thing, right? It's, some people might argue it's like logistics and maybe, the economics of it. There's like there's some.
Yeah. Vitalik, he doesn't like the distributed nature of AI hardware. Because of economies of scale.
Yeah, but I mean,
I know that's
Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's right.
There's like 10 miners that really like run the show, maybe even less.
Yeah, because
like 3 or 4.
They acquired as much money as possible.
Yeah.
They acquired hardware.
Yeah, just go to mempool and see like there's not that much diversity between who's actually mining these blocks. It's pretty centralized at this point, if you want to be honest about what's happened. So
but that's how it works.
That's
it's still secure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so there's game theory also part of that, right? So this AI movement needs that kind of level of a narrative and a mission and an ethos in order to galvanize enough interest, community support, contribution. If people think AI is like a danger in the hands of like a few entities, then, projects like Bittensor, projects like Psyche, they're going to matter a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're going to attract a lot of developers who fall in line with this belief, right?
Yeah.
Especially those developers who are like jumping ship out of OpenAI because they're like afraid of what they're seeing,
or they could just compete and get some market share and then be billionaires, just like Sam.
That's true. Yeah, that's a little less of like
inspiring.
There's a little lower degree of integrity there, but fuck it, dude. I mean, if you could get that scratch, get it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you could just contribute to the open source DAI movement, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us. We talked about Nous Research and its potential. If you guys discover anything of interest, of substance, please let us know in the comment section below. Make sure you follow our Twitter account. And appreciate you for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.